Do you ever feel like you're only guessing how much paint you need for your project? If so, we're gonna fix that right now. I have 2 paint hacks for you that you're just gonna love. Now, maybe you just came from my previous episode, Paint Math for Mortals. If you missed it, I'll link to it in the description below because it's worth a watch. But now, what if you tell me, you know what, I don't wanna do a bunch of math, I just wanna go grab some paint and get my project going. If that's you, then I'm gonna quickly share with you 2 ways of figuring out the paint you need fast. And spoiler alert, the second one is my absolute favorite because it is so simple. Before we dive in, please hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. So here's a quick cheat sheet for you. Whether you're a DIYer or a professional painter, this is going to help you. Most small to medium bedrooms usually need about 2 gallons. Larger bedrooms, I would plan on 3. Bathrooms, most can be covered quite well with just 1 gallon. If you have a big bathroom, say it's the size of a small bedroom, well then treat it that way and buy 2 gallons. Most living rooms will be well covered with 2 or 3 gallons of material. And a lot of kitchens only need 1 gallon. Unless you have one of those super large HGTV kitchens, then you might need a second. Now, of course, all this assumes that we're good painters and we follow the manufacturer recommendations and apply 2 coats. Now that we got through that, I want to share with you my ultimate secret when it comes to figuring out how much paint I need for, say, a few bedrooms. You ready? Here it is. You take the total floor square footage, you round it up to the nearest 100, get rid of the last 2 digits, and there you go. Wait, what? That's the whole secret? Yes, it is. And let's see it in action. I'm going to use some of the same size spaces as I did in my first video. Let's take that 12 by 12 bedroom. We do the math and we see that it's 144 total floor square feet. Using my secret formula, we would round that up to 200 square feet minus the last 2 digits, and that leaves us needing about 2 gallons to properly paint those walls. Now you might say, whoa, that seems like really simple. And okay, how about we go through the math real quick so I can just prove my point to you. So here we have a 12 by 12 bedroom. These walls are 12 feet long, they're 8 feet tall, and we have 4 walls. This brings us to 384 square feet. You multiply that 2 because you put on 2 coats, and that brings us to 768 square feet. You divide that by 400 square feet because that's the coverage rate of the paint that we're going to use. And voila, there you go. You'll need just under 2 gallons to be able to properly paint this room. And you say, okay, well, that works really good with smaller bedrooms. Let's try a bigger bedroom. In my last episode, we talked about a 14 by 16 bedroom. So here we're going to do the math. That's 224 floor square feet. So using that same formula, we round it up to the next 100. That's 300 minus the last 2 digits. That means we're going to need 3 gallons of material. Let's quickly do the math. We have 2 walls that are 14 feet long. They're 8 feet tall. So that brings us to 224 square feet. We have 2 more walls that are 16 feet long, 8 feet tall. That brings us to 256 square feet. We add those together for 480 square feet times 2 because it's 2 coats. We get 960 total square feet. We would divide that by 400 and there you go. You need 2.4 gallons to be able to paint that room. Since you can't buy 0.4 gallons, you'd round that up and buy 3. So there you go. Paint math faster than you can open a 1 gallon bucket. But maybe you're ready to paint and you have no idea which product you should use. If that's the case, why don't you check out my next video, and in it we compare Sherwin-Williams, Benjamin Moore, and Behr's premium paints. Together we'll find out which one is best for your project. Once again, please subscribe. We look forward to seeing you next time.